Body checking. Body checking is interesting because it's not just an eating disorder problem. It affects pretty much everyone. Now, body checking is an obsessive thought about your appearance, and it's a fixation, and you worry and you try and reassure yourself by like making sure that everything's okay, either by like looking in the mirror all the time or like pinching yourself or checking if you still have a thigh gap or whatever. And this isn't just people with eating disorders, it's everyone. I mean, there's tons of girls that are like, oh, does this make me look fat? Like, they're searching for like reassurance, or they'll like go to the gym and they're like, you know, those guys who are always like, oh yeah, like I need to make sure that I look big and strong, like, and they get all paranoid about it and that they're like not good enough. It's futile. Like, you're not gonna get anywhere with that. It's not gonna make your day. Like, you have to move on from that because honestly, it really doesn't matter in the big scheme of things. Now, what's the best way to stop body checking? The first part is just awareness and realizing when you're doing it. And then when you do it, either like stop yourself or only give yourself like a certain amount of time to do it until eventually you decrease the behavior until you don't need to do it anymore. Body checking is just another form of OCD because you're obsessing and obsessing and obsessing, and then you check and you feel better for a little while, and then it spirals back down again and you freak out and you have to do it again, and it's just a cycle. And to break the cycle, you have to stop the compulsions, and with time that will eventually lessen the obsessions until they're gone. It's gonna take time. You have to be aware and catch yourself, and you're gonna mess up. It's not gonna be really simple at first or easy, but you have to keep trying and stay aware, and eventually it will get better, but you have to be conscious about it and be deliberate in not engaging in it. It's not productive. It's not doing anything for you. You're not getting anything out of it. Sure, you'll feel better for a short while, but in the long run, it's not gonna do anything for you. I can guarantee you, you don't even realize how much time you're spending on body checking until you take a moment to just step back and realize like all the times throughout your day that you're thinking about that, and even if you're not doing it at the time, you're still thinking about it. And when you finally stop doing it and you stop obsessing about it, you're gonna find that you have a lot more time. Now, you may wonder how you're gonna function without body checking, but once you stop doing it and you get used to not doing it, it doesn't bother you anymore. It's not a problem. I can guarantee you, if you check in 5 minutes and then you check again and again and again, you're not gonna change that much. And you may think that like, oh, like what if I was wrong, or what if something changed if I ate that, or whatever. But that stuff, it's not gonna make a huge difference, and you still look great. I can promise you that. You don't look bad. A lot of us, we don't pay attention to it. No one really talks about it very often. It's just something that people do, and it doesn't help, and no one really takes the time to say, hey, we could be doing better things, or just spend our time in a better way, and they don't have solutions to deal with it. It's not even really seen as a problem. It's seen as something that everyone should do. If you've seen Mean Girls, you all remember Gretchen and Regina and Karen, and they're all standing there complaining about their man shoulders and their pores and this and that, and they look at Katie and she's just like, I don't know, like, she has a hard time coming up with anything because she doesn't focus on that. And I think we should be more like that. We shouldn't be worried about our imperfections because they're so minuscule and no one else really seems to notice them. Hang in there. I know I was kind of late with this video, but check back in next week and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!